Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. The final leader of OP11 that I have not yet played is Shirahoshi. And if you don't want to hear me talk about this deck, you've seen the list, skip to the games. The timestamps are in the description. However, I will be talking about the cards for those that want to hear me talk about them. Green-Yellow Shirahoshi is a 5 life, 5000 power leader that cannot attack. He has the Merfolk and Fishman Island types. And once per turn, you can activate main, flip one card from the top of your life and rest one Don, two different things. Then you can play a Sea King from your hand or a Megalo with a cost equal to the amount of Don that you have on your field. So on your 6 Don turn, you can flip a life, pay 1, and play out a 6 cost Sea King. Kind of similar to Vegapunk, not as aggressive as Vegapunk, but you don't start with 2 life, so you have a lot more resources than him. But it does play a similar way to that, just board flood and then aggression with massive dudes towards the end of the game. This plays reasonably into quite a lot of the meta decks. Into things like Blackbeard, they honestly do kind of struggle to deal with this. The amount of dudes that you get out, and not many of them have on-plays. Like the Charlie, Smoker, the Chonmage, they're all activate mains. There's very few on-plays in this deck. The main one is honestly Hody Jones, and I suppose Doflamingo. But you never know, towards the end of the game, they might be thinking, oh, he's not played many on-plays. Would not use leader effect. And then you can surprise them with the Doflamingo. But let's go over the cards. So, the main strategy of this deck is based around the Sea Kings. But we don't have that many. The best one in this deck is by far Iroko. He's just a 6/8 vanilla. You play this out on 6 for 1. 8k is a phenomenal stat line at the minute. Into blue-purple Luffy, you just swing for 8. And 8 is like a magic number into them. Really good. Forces 2 cards or Gear Second. If they're using Gear Second, they're not using Gum Gum Giant. So it's a trade-off. And into other leaders, 5k leaders, you can just put 1 Don on them and swing 9. That's always a magic number into them. We also have 4 of the Shakure. He is a 5/7. And no counter, but he does have an effect. Activate main if your leader is Shirahoshi. And rest this character and flip the top card of your life face down. And then that turns back on your leader effect for the following turn. You can rest this character and KO 3. Doesn't come up too much, but there are a few 3 costs relevant at the moment. 3 cost Pudding into decks like Katakuri. Chump blockers like Anana, like Rosinante, things like that. 3 cost Zorojuro in the blue-purple Luffy deck. There's a reasonable amount of 3 costs. This isn't as bad as it used to be. It's still not incredible, but it's a guy that comes down for 1, turns back on your leader effect, and does a thing. It's pretty reasonable. We've also got 2 Tori, so 6/7 2k. It's fine, you're not playing out that much, but alright, it's a Sea King, you can do it if you want. And the last Sea King that we're playing is 4 copies of Chonmage. He's really cool, he's kind of similar to the Dofi blocker. 5/6 1k blocker. Activate main once per turn. If your leader is Shirahoshi, you can turn 1 card from the top of your life face down. Then that turns on your leader effect once more. And then, at the end of the turn, you set this character as active. So you get to swing with him, stand him back up, act as a blocker. 6k is always a nice stat line for a blocker, because you can free block a 5 here and there. And just block for your bigger dudes as well. So that's it for the Sea Kings, but how are we going to find them? Well, we've got 4 of the Shirahoshi. She is a 1-cost searcher that taps and searches for the top 5 of Fishman Island or Sea King. This is really nice to divert attention away from your leader, getting you even more resources than you have already. And then we've got 2 of the Event Searcher, Ancient Weapon Poseidon. This is just a top 4 for the same types. And it also has Trigger, Draw a Card, which is not too bad. Obviously much worse than the Shirahoshi, but a bit of extra search, not too bad. Also got 3 of this Charlie. This is a 3/4 1k blocker. And on play, you can flip the top card of your life face down. So do note, with this kind of effect, flipping the top card of your life face down, we've now got 3 guys who want to do the same thing. You've got to be careful on what you're doing so that you don't double up on your effects and lose access to the one that you really want. But when you flip it, you can look at the top 3, take a Fishman Island card, not Sea King, just Fishman Island, and put it in your hand. Then you get to stack the other 2. You can either put them on top or on bottom. And that's quite nice. Because there's a lot of cards that we really like to see in this deck that are simply not searchable. And what might some of those be? Well, we've got 10 cost Dofi. You know what this does. 3 of these can really clutch up a game towards the end. Your opponent has built less board in favour of trying to deal with yours. Well, Doflamingo's pretty good at stopping them from doing anything at all. And also, it just protects your board. They've got 3 big dudes. You've managed to counter out just about. You've got not many cards in your hand. You can freeze them all. And then your board's probably safe for another turn. And you've got a 10-10. Great. 4, Hody Jones. Even though he's a Fishman, he's not searchable. It's really frustrating that this card isn't Fishman Island. But it's just one of them things. It came out in set 6. They weren't doing the Fishman Island tag. Now they are. It's a bummer, but it is what it is. Either way, this is an absolute 4 of. Really good at the minute. Rests massive blockers like Katakuri. Rests Dons into the purple decks. Really, really good card. I had this at 2 because I just yoinked a list that won a flagship out in Japan. But I think this needs to be at 4. I'm not going to lie. This card is crazy good. 4 Smoker. And this is a surprise all-star in this deck, honestly. The card's mega. Banish is just great. 5/7 stat line. Great. And you get to restand a Don. It's great. On 5, this is, if you're going first, this is the best possible card you can see. Because you can play out this for 5, restand 1 Don, and then play one of your 5-cost Sea Kings, like Shakure or Chonmage. What's not to love? A really good card, very impressed with this. Would not cut this below 4, honestly. Maybe 3. In terms of other cards, we've got 4 of the Jinbei. He is Fishman Islands, you can search him. He comes in, rests a 5, and then gives himself the ability to attack characters the same turn he's played. The secondary effect of letting a Fishman or Merfolk attack on the same turn they're played doesn't really come up that much. We don't play that many Fishman or Merfolk cards. We obviously play Hody Jones, but he has Rush. We play Charlie, but she is a very weak blocker. And we play this Jinbei 2k. He is a 2k. So this second effect basically just gives him the ability to attack actives. Or attack characters, sorry. But it's still reasonable. You can come in, rest a 5 blocker. Quite a lot of those at the minute. Queen, Kid, Nami. A lot of good cards. Come in, rest them, attack them. Start demanding cards. And we've got 4 of the Sarume. It's a Fishman Island 2k. You can search it. It's another 5 cost. You could swap this for Tori if you like. But we've already got like a lot of good 6 costs. And seeing 5 costs is very important too. So you be the judge. It lets you on 6 play out something with your leader effect and then play a 5. So you could swap this for Tori though if you really want to. We've got 4 of this Jinbei. It's a Fishman Straw Hat Crew 2k. It's not great, but we've got 6 searchable ones. And usually, honestly, we're not searching for 2ks anyway. And this just has a trigger. Sometimes this comes out of life and just wins you the game. I think you might as well play this. It's pretty reasonable. And then to finish up the list, 4 0 costs, because we play a lot of bricks. Like, a lot of bricks. We've got, what, 8, 12, 15, 19, 21 bricks. That's a crazy amount of bricks. But, honestly, they were very much better than I expected. They're definitely not going to be winning any tournaments, any regionals, anytime soon. But not too bad. And if they give this the Vegapunk treatment, where they keep printing cards for it, this could genuinely get quite good. So, hope you enjoy the games we've got in this video. We've got some really good ones. We got a best of 3 against Blue Purple Luffy. I did take him to game 3. Not going to tell you who wins, but it was a banger. Make sure you check out the Blue Purple Luffy games at least. And then we got another game at the end. Thank you for listening to me talk about the list. Here's the games. Got a game to Blue Purple Luffy. I'm going to go second. Quite like that. Do quite like that. Let's keep. We got double dipping on the searchers. That's excellent. That is excellent. We've got an event as well. I think what I'm going to do is do this. And this. The next turn, unless he plays exactly Zoro Juro, one of these Shirahoshis survive, which is quite nice. Yeah, we'll take that. Oroko's a great one. And he didn't get a ramp, so it's a really good start for us here. Not going to be playing out this Jinbei, so let's just start with these searches. Our 6th on turn is going to be Oroko plus something. Chon Maga is decent. Hody Jones is going to be important. But unfortunately, we can't grab him. So let's grab Chon Maga. We'll put the Hodies to the top. And then we'll do another search. This can grab Fishman Island. So this only grabs Shakure or Jinbei. Let's grab Jinbei, right? He could be pretty good on 8s. I'd love Smoker, but we can't. Yeah, let's take the Jinbei. And then we're never going to see these again. Let's do the Ancient Weapon Poseidon. Grabbing just a 2k here, I think. I think we'll just grab Tori. Maybe another Jinbei would be good. We don't have any 2k, so I think I will take Tori here. And then we'll pass it over. If he wants to deal with our searchers, he doesn't get any aggression on our face. If he wants to aggress our face, he doesn't get anything on our searchers. It might be Jinbei next turn. Yep, you can take out that. That's all good with me, brother. I'm wishing I took that Shakure now. That Shakure would have been epic. We get another searcher. I think we have to go wide, right? This is going to get a hit. It's a bit of a bummer. He's only on 6, though. He's going to 8 next turn. So in 2 turns, he'll be on his big boy turn. Yeah, let's just play out the Oroko. It's 1 life too high. Damn it. We'll go with that, and then we'll go with Chon Maga. Then we'll use this. Just so that it's face down for next turn. Then we'll pass it over. So from next turn, we're going to have a decent couple of attacks. He's hopefully not going to be able to deal with these for a little bit. 8 Don could play out Luffy, or could play out Kata. Kata, I think, is more likely. I'm hoping he doesn't attack with his Bon Clay. Okay, Luffy? He's copied the wrong thing. That's a bit of a blunder. He could have copied Oroko there, and I am going to take advantage of that. We'll go no blocker and give him the Jinbei. Yeah, that's a blunder. At least he realised. You want to give us this back? You want to pick up your Bon Clay? Picking up Bon Clay could actually be pretty good. Gives us back that. Puts a Don on his leader. I'm going to go no blocker resolve. We can't trigger that, unfortunately. 7 on 5. I'll go block 2k. This being on the board already is not great for us. I'm not a fan of that. It must be said. However, what can you do? From next time, we're going to be able to start Doffy locking. So I do think we need to try and take out his board. It just becomes so hard. No, I think we ignore the board. Yeah, we ignore the board and just go at face. This Jinbei can take out one of these things. We're going to play out Shakure with the leader effect. Let's just start 6 at face. Gives us 1. Okay. Oroko's there. Not bad. Now it's Shakure. Then we'll flip it safe face down, and this is going to stand back up. Then we'll go with Jinbei. We can't rest anything. I'm really tempted to try and take out this, but I just don't think it's correct. But this just becomes 8 anyway, so we've got to take out the Bon Clay. It's really annoying. If he'd have left the Searcher on the board, the Searcher could have actually took out the Bon Clay, which would have been quite funny. He's not going to counter this 8, so let's just do 8. And then, do I want to play this? Honestly, I don't. I'd rather have the 1k in hand. Then this stands up, which is quite nice. He's going to be looking for his Sanji Linlin combo. If he gets it, I think we're in danger, because it just gets rid of Oroko, which is so good. It's so good. It's a Rush Luffy. I mean, that's still a really good card, but Not as scary as Sanji Linlin. Although, I mean, he could very well still have it, right? You know he's got to be having... Okay, Sanji Nami is not scary. Actually. That's not too bad. Sends 2 to the top. This is going at face. I'm going to take this. Yeah, I'm going to take that. And this is also at face. I'm not going to take that because I'm going to lock these 2 next turn to alleviate some of the aggression. So we'll go block 2. Block 0, 1. That's fine. Smoke would be great if we had him on the board, but I think we need to start chaining Doffys now. So let's... we can't flip this face up. But it's okay if he takes just this out. So let's start with 6. Just 1. And let's go with 7. I wish these cards worked together a little better, man. It would be so good. Gives us an Usopp. Let's go 8. Gonna block with Nami. Go 8. Gonna take. Then we're gonna go with Doflamingo. 1, 2. Pass it over. This can't attack. This can't attack. All he's got is the Sanji. We don't have a lot of counter. He can take out Tron Maguire. We should be able to save everything else as long as he's doing a good play, which he needs Linlin this turn. With or without a Sanji, he needs Linlin this turn. It's simply not good enough if he doesn't have Linlin, because he's going to just die. I mean, he should have it, but he has been stacking the top a lot. 9 and 6. I mean, we can actually save this. 2, 3, 4. We know he has that rush Luffy, though. But if he's playing that, he's still only removing 1 body. I think we save this. You know? Yeah, and if it's the rush Luffy, we can hard lock like these. That's incredible. He has no more aggression if he's playing the card that I don't want him to play, which is Linlin. And he has no heal if it's... Okay, it is Sanji Linlin. That's pretty good. You can put the Iroko at the bottom. It's a nice play. It's a nice play for sure. Sure, or Jimbo at the top. Whatever. So we're going to go lock, lock, lock. We've got a 2k at least. That is quite good. We could potentially go for game. I might do my swings a little out of order because we can get game here, in theory. We only need 3 swings to go through. We know he has an Usopp. Well, in the fact that he ditched a Zoro Juro suggests his hand has a lot of counter to me. I'm going to attack 8 first to see how he responds to that. Just because it doesn't require a Don, any Dons. And we want to keep the option of Doflamingo available. He uses a gear second. So no giant. If we swing 10, he just takes. And then we can split. It's only 11, 12. That's not great. He'd only need to counter an 11. And we know he has an Usopp. I think we're safer off going 1 more turn. Even though we're going to potentially lose some of our board here. Oh, and the fact that he put it on the top means we can stand up Tron Maguire. That's incredible. That is incredible. Go with the 6. Yeah, I don't like going for game here. I think it's too risky. This is a Zorojuro. Now, this should be a Usopp. Very nice. 10 for Doffy. Bang. 1, 2, 3. Flip that. End the turn. He comes active. And that's quite important, I think. We're going to have at least 2 dudes. We need to see Hody, and I know we've bottomed 2. I potentially should have just gone for game there, but it's so hard to. When he adds 5 cards, he's going to have 1 more and only needs to counter like an 11. That's a tough call to make. That is a tough call to make. What did he get? He got a Sanji. It's not crazy impactful. It's going to be 9-9, right? Yeah, annoyingly, if this smoker was a counter, we could just lose Chon Magye. We go no blocker, resolve there. Yeah. Yeah, and then we'll give it 2k. Hody Jones off the top. Give me it one time. Give me the Jones one time, man. Come on. That's not Jones. Okay, we've got to go for game. We need 2 hits to go through. He's got a blocker. He's got 2 Don open. That's pretty rough. We can start with 10 from Dofi. That's a very clean start. Can't just Giant. Takes the 10. Interesting. Now I'm going with 12 here. Yeah, I'm going with 12 here, because this requires Giant plus 2, or just block with Kata. We've got 8 Don left. This is a decent spot, you know. And he's had a pretty good game. He had Luffy on 8, which was about the best thing he could have done. He had Sanji into Sanji, which is obviously very good. Which is that Luffy we knew about. What did he take last turn? It was a Sanji. Yeah, so he's got 1 Sanji in his hand. That's a brick. He uses all of his Don, so he's just got cards left, and we know one of these is a Sanji. And given that he didn't ditch that brick, I'm guessing he's got at least 1 more. How come... What's the most even split, right? 10, 11, 11. Yeah, it's 11, 11. If he can counter an 11, he gets us. I've got to say that doesn't feel like he can counter an 11. We got there. Let's go, gamers. That was close. Yeah, GG. We did sort of take advantage of the fact that he blundered with the Bon Clay right at the start. But to be honest, all that would have happened is I'd have just took instead of countered. He wants a rematch. Sure, we'll go with a rematch. This is pretty reasonable. I'm going to keep this. We've got the Shirahoshi. We can drop a Shiali. I am going to go with this immediately. The Jinbei is pretty good. I like the Jinbei for 6. We've also got the Shaka there, which is great. There's nothing else I want here. Let's just grab the Jinbei, then pass it over. See if he wants to take out this Shirahoshi. He really should, because we have very little to do on our 4-Don turn if we don't have these searchers. Yeah, you got it, buddy. Ramp. That's frustrating. That is frustrating. We can't do anything with that. Probably just going to go with the Shiali here. So we'll do this. Then we'll just go with the Shiali. Get a search. What does this get? This gets Fishman Island. Well, looks like we're taking Jinbei. Do we want these? Let me think. Honestly, I kind of don't want these. Next turn, I think we're going Smoker plus... I don't know, I don't think I want any more Shakades. Don't think we want the other Oroko. We've got enough Seekings for a couple turns, so let's just send them to the bottom. Then we'll pass it over. So I had to think there. That was an interesting one. I can see the arguments either way there. We just got to hope he doesn't have the triple ramp this turn. So if he has the triple ramp, we are in trouble. Or do we want to take 2 hits? I don't mind taking 2 hits. It's fine. We've got a blocker. Tsurume is fine. It's a 2k. It doesn't really do anything. Okay. Cringe. Yeah, I mean, you can't play around that with Pudding. With Shirahoshi. Let's see if we can still get there. Let's see if we can still get there. No Shaka there really sucks, though. That does really suck. Let's see if we can get a life. Oh, sorry, a card. So we can always kill this anyway with the Jinbei. Let's see if we can get a card out of him. Cool. He lets it go. Now, I think here I'm going to do Smoker plus Chonmage. That seems the best to me. We'll go with the Smoker. Flip 1. 0 cost, not bad. Go with the Chonmage. We'll set 1 Don's active for fun. We'll flip it face down. Then we'll end the turn. He's probably just going to ram the Pudding into the Charlie to start. That seems like a good place to start, but I think we needed to take out the Zorojuro. And if we played the Jinbei, we couldn't play anything else. That Pudding really hurt, though. It's just one of those things. You can't play around it. We can block. It's not worth it, though. It's not worth it. Next time we're going Jinbei plus Chonmage again. He's got a really good curve this time. Oh, he's got 2 Puddings. That's brutal. This is really bad. This is very bad. I think we lose this game. We can't take again. We'll give him the Tsurume. Another Smoker is interesting. I don't think it's going to be the play, though, this turn. I want to take this out. Yeah, I want to take this out. What's the odds 10 on 8 goes through? They play shitloads of bricks, right? This goes through. If it doesn't go through... Okay, I think we are cooked here. Yeah, I think we're cooked here. I think that is honestly just game over. That's brutal. I really thought that would go through. He's drawn... Interestingly, not very... Like, he could have ramped as well, but he went with the Pudding. We have to take this out, is the thing. If he can counter this, we just lose. Okay. Can we ever get back from here? I think this game's over. I think this game is over. Yeah, he gets his stuff from this turn. I mean, Gear 2's not a great one. Nothing he can bounce. We've got a 0 cost. Okay, dude. Okay, so he had exactly 1 brick in his hand, of course. Ah, dear. Ah, dear. Yeah, this game's so very over, right? No, we can Doffy next turn. There's a chance. There's a chance. This attacks Chonmage, right? No, this attacks here. Yeah, you get the Smoker, that's fine. It's not fine, but it is what it is. Yeah, and then this attacks here. It doesn't use the effect, so we can 0 cost out of this. We've got to save everything at this point. We're just relying on him drawing wank for the rest of this game. And these are Doffies. Cool. 6 here. 8 here. This game's gone very poorly. I guess you've seen the 2 different sides of this matchup. I mean, the first game, we were just kind of drawing pretty well. He didn't Pudding us, notably, out of, like, I don't know how many cards we even lost. Oh, and another rush is really bad. He goes with the Kata, though. Don't mind the Kata. Yeah, he does get that, unfortunately. This just being a... I mean, there's no point attacking, obviously. I think this just being a blocker is pretty good. We just need to hope he doesn't have a Linlin. If he has a Linlin here... I mean, I think we just lose anyway. But if he doesn't have a Linlin, there's a chance if we can get a Hody Jones. That's the only chance we've got. And then he fucks up. What did he get? He got a Sanji 2k. I think he's won this game for sure. Yeah, we do know he has another Rush Luffy. And a Sanji 2k. He put them on top, though. Draws for turn. See what he does here. Sanji's, like, useless. You don't want a Sanji here. Gonna go 7. Yeah, I'll take. No trigger. He's Rush Luffy, right? We can't afford to counter this, though, because then the Rush Luffy goes into this and it dies. So if we trigger this, the Rush Luffy attacks and we have to block with Chon Mage. If this is Rush Luffy, we don't trigger this. I think we use. If he uses Rush Luffy, he has no Don for events. It's a risk, right? If I'm suspecting this is going to be Kata. If this is Kata, then we made the right call. It's Rush Luffy. We made the slightly wrong call, but then he doesn't have a Don for an event. We will lose 1k power on Chon Mage versus Jinbei. It's just a Kata. We need Hody Jones here. Hody Jones would just be so good. Not quite. Nearly. Nearly. Well, we don't have any other options anyway, so we're going to have to go for game. He's got one open. It's got to be a giant. We know he has a 2k. We know he has a Rush Luffy. We don't know any of these 4 cards. I think we've got to assume some of them are going to be bad. The thing is, we need all 4 wings to go through is the problem. Yeah, the fact that we need all 4 swings to go through, I think, means that we lose this one. Where's Hody Jones when you need him? I can't remember how many I play. So we can do 10, 10, 10, 11. Like, if it's just gear second, we do 9... It's never happening. This is never happening. I think we just gotta hope he fucks his numbers, honestly. Yeah, okay. Well, that'll be the game, sir. Well played. We'll hit him with a concede. Yeah, well, he had a lot of counter. Never mind. Tougher one, that one. We'd seen Hody. Honestly, I think we'd have got there. He wants game 3. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go for the game 3. I'm going to go second once more. Gonna mulligan. Okay, we've got Hody, we've got Dofi. Looking very reasonable. On 4, we're doing nothing. We could just grab this Shiali. Do that play again. Then on the next turn after that, we've got Sarume plus Tori. Baroko is pretty good, though. Now let's grab the Shiali. I want the Dofi first. Yeah, on the next turn, we've got... He's going to ramp, right? He's got to have the ramp this game, surely. Okay, it's just a Zorajura again, though. Yeah, you get that. I don't think there's much point taking out these searches, but I don't know. Oroko's a nice one. Let's flip that. That's a good one, though. We'll definitely take a life here. Grabs Fishman Island. We'll take Jinbei. I don't want these Jinbeis. No. I definitely don't want those Jinbeis. We do have Hody Jones this game. How much am I going to play around pudding? Oh, man, I hate playing around pudding. I really hate playing around pudding. You could just pudding immediately and then just get like really good value if he has it. I'm going to counter. I'll play around pudding, fine. I'm not playing around it too hard. If he just swings 6. Oh man, I really want this card. Sometimes lucky. No pudding. What a treat. Okay, right. We're gonna do Oroko plus Shakura. Shakura gets rid of this one. Let's see if he can give it. He'll give us this one. 4 and 4. If he gives us a card, he gives us a card. That's fine. He'll probably just let this go though. He does. Cool. We'll do 1 Don. There's a Hody Jones there again. Okay, let's play out Oroko. Then we'll play out Shakura. And then we'll pass it over. This is a good start. This is a very good start. Next turn we've got Jinbei. Plus Chonmage. Jinbei plus something. Ooh, this is a really good start. Big fan of this. He goes 9 into Shakura. That's a little bit of a bummer. He's going to stack his deck for his Sanji next turn, inevitably. Definitely got to go with Jinbei next turn. Just depends what he does with this. I can't give you that one. I can't give you that one. We'll give him the Sudume. If it was 9, I probably would have done, honestly. The fact that Oshiali lives is just incredible. Let's go with Jinbei. Rest this. Grant Jinbei the ability to attack characters. I'm happy to just do like 8/8 here. Let's do 8 into this Nami, see if he wants to save it. Doesn't. I think that's smart. We'll play out an Oroko. Then we'll go 8, and then we'll go 8. I'm presuming he's going to counter one of these. Yeah, seems good. But it's still a really decent play. What are we hoping to not see? Well, of course it's Linlin. Linlin is always the card that you hope to not see. Grabs Usohachi. We're at least going to get to keep quite a lot of dudes here. If this is Sanji Linlin. Which I'm presuming it's going to be, because he didn't see it last time. It's been a good set. This has been a good set. Okay, Sanji Kata. That's less scary. He's going to attack for 7. 7 into Shakura. What do we got next turn? We've got pretty good aggression this turn. And we can do it again on the following turn. You just block here, right, with Shiali. Yeah, that seems good. Yeah, just take the block. Because we need room for our Hody Jones. Because I am going to be doing Hody Jones. Nice. Deploy this. 1, 2. Get another Hody. So we've got lots and lots of swings here. And 8 is the magic number. 8 into 6. What are you going to do, my friend? Red Rock only gets a 4. They're not typically playing Raging Tiger, so I'm not that scared of anything in particular. Go with another 8. You've got to have a lot of counter here, otherwise we just win, honestly. We know he has an Usohachi. Give us 2-1. Okay. There's another 8. Gives us 1-2. I'm going to go 9-9, even though that's a little weird. Just because it guarantees like the maximum amount out of him. Okay, he does have it. He does have it. But he's got to go down to 0 here, right? Yeah. What's this trigger? Nothing crazy. And we'll end the turn. Okay, so we've got 4-5k counter. He needs Lin this turn. Otherwise, the game is over. I think the game is over regardless. But if he doesn't have Lin, the game is even more over. Draws a Sanji. Sanji Lin removes our Jinbei, no doubt. But then his swings are not great. He only has 6, 9, 10. Sorry, 6, 9, 8. And we have another Hody Jones, which is just incredible. The Hody Jones really makes this matchup so much better. Because we can now rest Kata and this Don, which is just mega good, man. 7, we've got 8, 9. We might lose one thing. We have 2 2s. Everything else is an 8, so we'll counter 1 on this. He wants to keep ramming this. Yeah, we'll just save it with a Sarume this turn. Or this time. Because if he plays it risky and attacks anything else, we've got a 2. Okay, you get it. But we've got another. And he didn't even leave a Don up. Wow, bro didn't even leave a Don up. And he knows we have this Hody. Now, let's just go 8, 8, 9, 10. Simple. We know he has a Usopp, I think? Yeah, GG's. Yeah, he had the Usopp, he had nothing else. GG's your opponent, Straw Hat Cam. Shout, what a nice guy. What a nice guy. He has 3 good games. I did take a little bit of advantage of him messing up in that first game. Although looking back at how the game played out, I don't think it actually mattered. That second game, we got brutalized with the pudding. And then this third game, he got brutalized by double Hody Jones. Hody Jones resting his blockers and his dons is just so incredible. And I think that's why he didn't leave a don up. Is because he knew we had the Hody. So there's like no point leaving the don up anyway. He might as well get the 7 in case we were bricked up. But yeah, that was surprisingly pretty good. Well played to Straw Hat Cam. We took the dub 2-1 in the best of 3. If you're still enjoying this video, do consider leaving a like and a subscription on the channel. Really helps me out, and then you'll get more OP11 content in your feed. Got a game into Usopp. I know they like to go first, so I'm going to take it off him. We've got Shaka there. Okay. We'll keep. We've got a searcher event. We can try and find something good. Well, that's not great. Probably just going to be, I guess a Tory. Yeah, we'll just take a Tory. Burn those and end the turn. Pass it over. I do think this build is potentially a little too top heavy. Because it does very little in the early game. I mean, passing on 3 feels awful. We don't even have a great play on 5. We just have, like, play out Shaka there. Which is not great. I think maybe we want some of the Gyorome. He could be pretty cool. Yeah, sure, I'll take the first one. Smoker's probably better than Shaka there in the first instance. Cavendish comes down. Yeah, let's just play out Smoker. Or we can play out both, actually, because this activates a Don. Ooh, that's an incredible combo. Hadn't even thought of that. And let's play out Shaka there. We're not going to do this. We're just going to pass. Ooh, that's a pretty nice turn, actually. Smoker plus Shaka there is great. Learning. But he now learns that we play Doflamingo. That is a guaranteed Doflamingo for the later game, which is quite nice. And the Doflamingo and the Smoker interact quite nicely as well. Letting you Dofi and still use your leader effect. It's pretty cool. Next turn, I think it's going to be Jinbei. What else? Well, probably this Tori at this point. Well, no, it'll be Shaka there before Tori. Although Kairos does specifically bounce a 5, so maybe playing out Tori is better. Although he's kind of got pick of the bunch already, so... Yeah, we'll probably just play out the Jinbei and the Shakura. I don't mind defending once. We'll give him the Surume. See what he ditches here. Maybe an excess Colosseum if he's got one. Rest of his 6-don turn's not typically that amazing, in all honesty. Bartolomeo. Yeah, we'll give him a Surume. I don't want to go down too low. I'll happily take one swing from this Usopp. But given that this swung first, I'm guessing this might be 7. Never mind, it's 5. We'll take regardless. Dofi will be great later on. If we can get there. Sabo. Idio. Can't swing. Idiot. Yeah, so we're going to play out Shakura. We can flip the life back down, get rid of the Idiot. He will get to draw a card, but it is what it is. Or he can pick up the Sabo. I mean, if he wants to remove the Sabo from play, that's kind of fine. I'm pretty okay with that. Or we could just do... No, this is the way we do it, because the Jinbei can then rest the Idiot, if needed. We get a Jinbei there. Let's play out the Shakura. Yep. Rest it. KO this. Would you like to pick up Sabo instead? I'd love it if you picked up Sabo instead, man. I would absolutely love that. Brilliant. Wait, why is... His opponent... No, this was removed from his effect. That shouldn't work, right? I don't know, I'm not sure that should work like that, I can't lie. That's a little weird. Either way, let's go with this. We'll rest this. Smoker effect. Set one Don as active. We'll do that because we can. Go 7 banish. This probably just gets a 2 and a 1. Yeah, I'm not sure if that Sabo should work like that, because it wasn't our effect that removed the Sabo. It lets the banish go through. Okay. Well, let's try and get rid of Cavendish. If you want to give me 4 cards to save this Cavendish, my man, I will take that all day. He doesn't. Okay. How much do I care about taking out Idiot? Honestly, not that much. Let's just attack his face for another 8. Goes down to 2. Pass it over. We're going to 9 next turn. Don't have a great play on 9. But we do have a good bit of counter to try and protect these. He could go with a Kairos. Kairos could be pretty good. Rebecca, Kairos, Sabo would be very reasonable. But his hand is very large. Which is interesting. We don't have Doflamingo available to us quite yet. There's the Rebecca. Gotta have the Kairos. If you don't have the Kairos, you're in a bad spot, my man. A very bad spot. We're going to be taking the swing from this Usopp. Does have the Kairos. And we knew he had the Sabo. Okay, so the Kairos is going to bounce one of our Shakuras. But that's honestly not too bad, because we can just play this again and remove Ideo. I don't mind this. I guess he can bounce... Maybe he should bounce Smoker. Yeah, that would be a better play. Bounce the Smoker. But he goes with the Shakura. Okay. So this can attack... This is going to attack 10 into something. Probably the Smoker. I will save it. Absolutely, I will save it. It's only going 9. I'll use the 0 cost if this is the case. And we're swinging 6 with Usopp. That's not worth. I guess you can do 5-5. No, this can't attack anything. Yeah, 9 into 7 I don't like. I'm going to give the 0 cost, but I am going to give a 2k. Yeah, I'm going to go 0 cost in Jinbei. This can't attack anything. This is a blunder. This only can attack characters. I mean, it's not a huge deal. I'm taking this 5 anyway, man. I'll be real. If this was a 6, it's whatever. Doesn't attack. Why do we not attack there? That's in. I don't know about that one. Well, we're gonna remove this. We need to remove this first, though. He's at 7 cards. You want to give me 3 cards for the Sabo? He should probably just block here, but he's not going to want to because he doesn't get any value. Let's it go. Brilliant. Right. Do this. Play out Shakura. Do this. Get rid of that. Still doesn't get the draw. Great stuff. We need 3 for Shiali. I know, but she needs it to be face up. I guess we're just going to play a blocker. That's kind of fine, honestly. 3 for that, so we've got 4 more Don. Do I want to attack this Kyros at all? Could do 11. Oh, we have 1 more Don, actually. Do this before I forget. Just do 11-11, honestly. Kind of reasonable. Go 10 banish. I'm feeling 10. I'm just feeling 10. 10 banish. Then we can do a 9 with Shakura. If you want to give me 3 2Ks, I don't think you have exactly 3 2Ks, given that he's already given us 3. There's going to have to be more than 3 cards if he wants to protect this hit. And if he does, we can do 9 into Kyros, potentially. Because he's going to... If he counters this, he's going to be so low on cards. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. The fact this just gets to remove Ideo is really quite good. Very powerful. Really impressed by this card. In this matchup, specifically. Let's it go. Now, I think that is smart. It's definitely smart. But I'm afraid so. You're going to have to deal with a 9 at least. Let's see what you can deal with that. And then we'll just play out the Charlie as a blocker. You've got to counter this one. You can't go down to 0 because of Hody Jones. So I think he has to give us 2-2-1 or 2 and like a million ones. Because Hody Jones is just like a really good card, right? This is 2-1-1-1. He'd have countered already. Oh, no, okay. He's just slow rolling me a little bit. He's in 5 2s now, though. Deploy this. Pass over. We've got a really terrifying board. Really, really terrifying. And we've also got 2 2Ks, which it's not the best hand, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Because we've got this blocker. If he doesn't have another Rebecca combo, we're in a great spot. If he has Rebecca, Kyros, Zoro, it's going to get a bit tough, because this is going to die with the Zoro. Kyros is going to bounce the Smoker, and then the 2 Kyros are going to ram into the Shakura and the Shakura. And he will get the removal on both of them. And then the Usopp can ram into Jinbei, which is not great. 9 to 7. I'm just going to take this before he does anything crazy with like a Zoro. I think the value's too good to pass up, just in case. Because now Zoro can't care anything, which is impactful. Rebecca, Kyros. See? Sequencing. If he'd done this properly, he would have been able to kill our Shiali. He didn't. And that's why I took the block, right? Like, this is the best play he can... I'm guessing he maybe drew this off the Rebecca. Is my best guess as to why he didn't do it that way. Does bounce the Smoker, though. Gets it correct this time. Good play, good play. But he doesn't have any blockers. So he's going to have to use at least 2 of these Don for an idiot. Which means his leader can't attack our characters. Which is pretty tough. 10 into Shakada. It's always into Shakada. It's volume of hits, man. It's volume of hits. Not power. Okay, no blocker. 11 and 7, that will go through. But he's got no blockers. Unless there's a blocker that I'm not thinking of that costs 1. Nope, we're going to swing 5-5. Sure. I'll take 1. We knew that was a Jinbei. Do we just win? Is this a math win? We can go 12, 13. Yeah, that's a math win, right? 7, 9, 11, 30. Yeah, it's a math win. We'll take this. Yeah, because he has no blockers. 7, 9, 11. So we can just go 11 here with Shakada. I mean, I guess if this is a Raging Tiger trigger only hits a 5. There's no trigger that can hit this Jinbei. There simply isn't one. This is the game. Cool. Well played to our opponent there. That was interesting. That was a little tricky. I think he played pretty well. Other than that turn where he mis-sequenced. Unless he drew that off the Rebecca. Which, looking at his hand, I feel like he probably did draw this off the Rebecca. If he drew the... Yeah, this would have been the life. But he should have played out the Leo and done a search. I don't know. Either way, well played to our opponent. Let's move on. So, what do you think of those games? That best of 3 versus Blue Purple Luffy was an absolute banger. That set is what made me increase the Hody from 2 to 4. A massive shout out to the guy who won a flagship with this. I couldn't find their name, but here we are. This deck is genuinely a lot more fun than I expected it to be. Very similar to Vegapunk. If you enjoyed Vegapunk, give this a go. You don't have the removal, but your characters are so big. This 6-8 is just excellent if it doesn't get removed. The fact that blue exists kind of bones this deck a bit. Both like Raging Tiger, Jozu, and Pudding are all incredible into this deck, which kind of sucks, but I do think this is a good rogue deck. You want to take this to your locals. This list is a pretty good place to start from, in my opinion. However, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.